That's a true statement. All right, man. It is Sunday night, 7:30 ish. Means another edition. Time for another edition of Live in the Man Cave, Polk Hoops. We have the All State PG, All State Coach. What's going on with y'all, fellas?
Happy Sunday, Coach.
Happy Sunday, and I am Coach Barnes, and we all are Polk Hoops, number one source for high school basketball in the state of Florida. Do appreciate all your support, all of your time that you spend with us, and got a good show for you tonight. At least we think we do. So we're gonna talk a little hoops. The day before, the day before they back. This will be season 6, y'all. This is starting. We started with the school year start, so this is season 6, man. Of
That's crazy.
when this stuff that we doing, man. How just crazy. It's just God is good. That's all I can say about it. So, PG, I don't know. I know you've been away a little bit here and there, touch and go. So I don't know if you got anything in your Tumer's take. If you do, you got it.
No sir, freestyle. You know.
All
That
right.
makes
So,
it even better.
hey, well, we always, wanna always follow the order because we try to
That's my
be
new.
order.
That's my new one, bro. Freestyle Tumer.
Freestyle Tumer. Okay, so they ain't Tumer's take no more. Freestyle Tumer. All right.
Yeah.
We update that. All right, well, Coach, are we updating you, or you got the corner? You got something in your corner, sir?
Man, I just want to know, is it time to hit the panic button? Is it time or is it too early? I've never seen it where we had so many of our student athletes transfer out the county. I just never seen that where they're transferring out. So is it the state of the programs in the county? Is it time to, like, hey, we probably need to sit down and address that, or is it just the kids and parents? Like, what is it?
Looks like better opportunities they're searching for. So it's the kids and parents.
Shout out to Frank, man. Appreciate you tapping in. One of
Tenfold.
LED's finest. Um, he asking you a question, I guess. Go.
I ain't see it.
He said, "What programs?"
That we need to hit the panic button with.
Uh, I don't know. That what you saying, Frank? What program specifically hit the panic button? It's a state of emergency for the entire county. Is
I
that what we're
think it's a
saying?
state for the entire county. You know, I mean, it's concerning. We can't ignore it. It's just concerning. Like Tuma just said, like they feel that it's better opportunities around us. What can we do to make it better here, improve here, make the programs more enticing here to keep our own kids, coach? We ain't talking about outside kids. We talking about keeping our own kids.
Hey,
What needs to happen?
it's hard to keep with money in the poor in a poor county.
I was about to
Poor
say,
ball.
how can we? Because what what they're chasing, like you said, they're chasing money, they're chasing resources, they're chasing access, better opportunity because they're getting put in situations to be, I guess, showcased a little more. So I don't know with Polk County. I don't know if we can compete with that. Can we? Can we compete with that on the basketball side? I mean, we got one, and if we just look, let's just expand it since football is starting up. Shout out to everybody that's going to be playing ball this week. Besides Lakeland High School, our football, which is our bread and butter, are we are we even comparable or competitive with football with other people as it relates to those things? So if we're not comparable or competitive in football, basketball is probably going to be 10 times worse, right? I mean, I could be off on that, but
Let me ask y'all this. Let me cut you off because this is a good point. Are we going to a state of emergency because we got more talented kids now? Because we should be used to kids leaving. You've had the Dwayne Bacon, the Trace McGrady's, the Martin Stoudemire's, the Jerome Iggy. You've had kids, Corey Sanders. You've had kids leave. So I mean, these kids are just. Can we look at it like these kids are just very talented and they're all around centered around the same the year apart, or they're together in the class and they're leaving because it's only 2 to 3 kids. We just haven't seen this happen in one full year.
Oh, we just had another one leave the county.
Who?
The big kid from Discovery. I mean, Tumer, he just left, bro.
Well, and to Frank's point, you're right, sir. You're right. We did have a mom that was on here, and she was standing on business that her son wasn't leaving, and she loved what was going on, and it wasn't gonna happen, and yeah.
I mean, speaking on that, man, that's a generational kid. That kid right now is in the same breath of the kids that Tumer just mentioned. When you're talking about, top 25 kids, what I'm saying? It's going to be hard to hold on to a top 25 kid with what's going on today. And I totally understand that one.
Man, top 15, man, top 12 right now.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's when you in that top 25 category, Tumer, you're special.
You got to go.
You gotta go. And I totally understand that. You know what I'm saying? And I called that, from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So I told everybody we need to appreciate why he's here, because we don't know how long we're gonna hold on to him. And
the
now
kid that went to Victor that left Discovery. What do we have him ranked at? Was he top 5?
No, sir.
Okay, next subject.
But the thing is, though, with Tumer, like, that Osceola team is a pretty good team, and the one thing that they're missing is a big kid. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't see him as a state of emergency, bro. We never talked
no,
about
I don't. I didn't say him particularly, but the pattern of this year, we never had this many leaves. That's what
why
I'm
saying. That's why I was saying. Like, you think about the talent level. These kids that have just left, 2 of them just in that 2028 class was top 10 in the whole state.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So my question again, is it the state of emergency because we have exceptional talent that's leaving all at one time? Because we've seen kids leave for better situations. You get what I'm saying? Like you just said, he has to go. Q needed to go. Q didn't need to stay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the opportunity just was next level. I didn't get the move for the Santa Fe kid. I mean, he hadn't really hit that spark yet, but I didn't understand the whole situation. Y'all know it better than me for the development. I mean, Blick is a gym rat. You can't trade being in the gym every day. It's on you to get better. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know where the conversation comes at. He goes 20 minutes down the road and he's going to be a better player when you can do the same thing. I mean, the kid, you have to get better too. I can put you in the gym every day. And if you're not pushing yourself to get better at what you're weak at, then that's on you, right? And I'm telling you, like, yo, you need to shoot 1,000 jumpers a day. I can recall this. Let me just take it like this because y'all know the message is better than me. I can recall when I was training, right? I had a kid in the gym. And I'm very confident in my resume, even though because I had the Tiffany's, I had Sealy who went to Georgetown. I've had the kids in the gym. I've had Division I level kids train with me. You know what I'm saying? I remember Sealy was at Bartow, couldn't even do a left hand layup. And when I first got her in 7th grade, and she ended up at Georgetown. I'm training the kid, right? But I'm training him on everything that he's weak at. He's not even understanding that. The kid didn't come back to me. You know what I got told? I train old school. I'm like, what's it? He in the gym trying to dunk the whole day. He don't got a left hand pull up jumper. He can't shoot. He can't make 10 jumpers in a row. He can't do 2 dribble pull up. He can't make 5 of them in a row. I'm old school for that? Or is it that you just want to be a highlight film on dunking? So you don't want to train. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm showing you after every session, yo, you see what these are your weaknesses. You can't make 5 shots in a row to the left. Kid didn't like to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but when we're done training, he wants to dunk 10 times. So is it going off of the kid? What's gonna be the development 20 minutes from here that you wasn't getting when you got a gym rat coach that's in the gym every day? Is at one point you got to realize that you don't have these moves that you need to work on. You don't have the consistent 3 ball. You can't look at what the next kid getting and say, well, damn, I'm not getting those same opportunities. Different levels there, you know what I'm saying? So kids got to be able to put in the work too.
And I think a lot of kids get guilty of that. And you know, why is this kid getting this and this kid getting that? As far as the Knox kid, I don't know the details and what drove that decision. You know what I'm saying? And
I want to answer that question right there too. In my opinion, why did Q have to leave? If we take money out of the equation, I think the marketing of his brand. I mean, everything about youth sports, high school sports now at that level is also you got to include marketing a kid. And here at Victory, that's something here in Polk County, just Polk County basketball is missing from the kids. And marketing does what? It costs. So if you have an opportunity to go somewhere that they're going to actually financially take care of your marketing for you when you're already at that level, it's time to go. You can take the money part out of it, but the marketing part, if you think about the kids that are number 1, number 2, number 3 in the country the last 2 or 3 years in those classes, you go back and look at their Instagrams and et cetera, et cetera. You know, they got hundreds of thousands of followers. They're getting different type of ads running on their page about stuff they're doing. Q didn't have that. So you got to put in the equation that, yo, if you're going to be a top level kid, you're going to need that. And I can recall us on this show talking about that with my old partner, Rashad. And he was telling us about how important that part of it is. Twins, what do they have? They have marketing behind them because they have money. So that was something that was missing from that. And we know that it has to be true. The data around here proves it because we got a top 15 kid ranked number 11, was ranked number 2 coming in the 8th grade. And if you go from now to the past, if we had those type of kids in our generation, would you be able to would you be able to walk up and buy a ticket to that game?
In Polk County, yes. Everywhere else, no.
So that's what I'm talking about in our time of playing.
No, you couldn't even get in the Lake West Kathleen game.
So if you had a kid that was number 2 in the country, like Vince Carter was when I was in high school, my senior year, just 92 to 95, bro. When Vince Carter was the number 1 shooting guard in the country and was the talk of the world, you couldn't buy a ticket walking up to the gym to get in that gym. You was SOL. You had to wake up that morning at 7 o'clock to get a ticket. It was standing room only at those games. So for a kid to be at his level, Victor, we weren't filling up the gym. There's no knock on Victor or the coach. The marketing wasn't there to push the kid to the level that everybody in Polk County say, man, who is this kid that's ranked number 2 in the country? I got to go watch him. You know what I'm saying? That's that was missing. So for that question, take the money out, but then you got to have money in to get that push. You can't go to a game of the Bougie Twins. The Bougie Twins would have came to play Victory. Would you have had an opportunity outside of us, just a regular person, to go watch that game in that small gym?
No.
No, sir.
So that's my opinion in the answer to why he had to leave on that question is saying take the money out.
In fact, and
There's no eyes on him. Let's be real. What eyes was on Q around the county outside of us talking about him? What eyes was on him?
Good point.
Those eyes came up our conversation. So we're not just based off of one kid. We don't see none of y'all PC Grid Eye. We didn't see the gyms pack the capacity. Everybody making live videos at those games that he's already top 12. So the stats of what you're saying, yeah, but being top 12 could either drop to 46 because he don't have the eyes on him nationally that you're thinking. You got Carmelo Anthony's son had all the eyes on him. He still got pushed over. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he
got
had
from the McDonald's game.
He had everything we're talking about, so you need it. So less of a kid don't have that, and all these other kids in his class get that. Plus, he wasn't on the Nike circuit. You're gonna miss out on that opportunity. It could be possible that you miss out on it. So now he's back getting that stuff. You're gonna read about it more.
And my thing is, if he stays, and this hypothetically, I want to do Victory get that invite to City of Palms. You know what I'm saying? That's how you really can judge how talented, the perception of it. You know what I'm saying? Because just think when Tony Bradley was here and Bartow got that invite to City of Palms, I don't think that was one of the better teams. You know what I'm saying? That McGriff has had. But
I couldn't see it. Yeah, my answer to your question, I couldn't see it because he didn't play well in the state tournament at all. And he took a year off from the national level EYBL, Adidas type of circuit this summer.
And that's my point. For him to stay, he has to be playing in those type of environments in your high school play. You know what I'm saying? Getting invited to, the City of Palms, which is right here in our backyard down in Fort Myers, and some of these other tournaments that we see on TV. You know what I'm saying? For him to continue to be marketed like you're asking for him to be. You know what I'm saying? Playing against, some of that top 10, top 20 talent, just to watch them go one-on-one. That's what people really want to see. So, you got to be able to figure out a way to push in some of those tournaments. So I think it'll be hard to keep them because what I found out about OTE, they have the organization part and the system that they have up there is kind of hard to turn down. Them kids wake up, sleep, eat basketball. You know what I'm saying? And it's like them going to college like right now. They have a set schedule. They wake up, they work out, they go to class, they gotta be there, they gotta be on time, then they work out again, then they practice. They have classes about marketing. They got speech classes, so they learn how to speak in front of the camera. Like I think that opportunity is just difficult to turn down.
I'll give you my opinion on something that's not a healthy conversation for the audience. The state of emergency is on the fans, not the players, because for me, they don't support Polk County basketball the way it should be. Since 2020, we've had a team in the White House on the boys' side every year, correct?
Yeah, more or less, yes, sir.
Okay, now tell me, being that dominant with one of those teams went back-to-back state, was those games sold out on the regular? Them regular season games, were those games sold out?
No.
Okay, so let's challenge, not knocking what you're saying, but I'm just opening this door. Let's challenge the fans to stop waiting on the live videos from TNT and pack out the gyms so that these kids can get more recognized on the talent. Let's challenge these coaches to bring these rivalries back so that it can be more exciting to want to watch. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the state of emergency is at. It's also with the coaching and with the fans,
I
not just
don't
players.
disagree with that at all because we had a conversation about rivalries the other day, and they are not there.
Ain't no rivalries, man. Polk
You know what I'm
Hoops,
saying?
Polk Hoops alumni tournament drops, gets way more crowded in 3 days than we probably see all year at these basketball games now.
You know what I'm saying? What games is circled on your schedule that I
But
have
you
to
know
be
why?
at?
You know why, right? Those kids that are playing in those Polk Hoop alumni tournaments, all that was based on family, rivalry, and the love of basketball. All that's missing right now because all coaches care about is strength of schedule, like one game and change them not being good enough to make it into the tournament, into the playoffs. Just think about that, man. You got some of these coaches out here, bro, that would not play their rival school to get the kids involved in this, and saying that one game playing against a rival school and bringing that tradition back is going to affect them making the playoffs. Your schedule already trash enough that you're not going to at least take that one to talk about that one game. But y'all would say, I don't want to play my biggest rival from when I was coming up in high school because of my strength of schedule. And then wonder how you don't get the support at all your other home games when you're playing teams that these schools don't have no clue about, and you have no marketing background or no social media to push those games because you're missing that. This Tumer freestyle too, by the way. So
That's
you
what
ain't
I'm about to say. We got it out of them, boy.
Go
got
ahead.
yeah.
We got it out of them.
Yeah, pop your collar.
But I like how you said the state. It just gives a good healthy conversation with us because
Right.
you're right with the players leaving out, but we forgetting what's still here and lacks the support. Think now we're getting 4,000-5,000 people at football games, bro. You can't get 900 to 1,000 people at every big basketball game.
And I remember when you didn't have like the playoff stuff on the line, those games were still packed.
So let me give you another one, right? Let's talk about these kids that are leaving because I don't want to make it seem like I'm just knocking the Knox kid for going 20 minutes down the road. You know what I'm saying? Let's take that part away. So I'm just saying on the basketball side of how he needs to get better. So when you hear the better improvement, you got the bleach game. You know what I'm saying? You got to get cut on your weaknesses, figure out how you got cut, and then don't cut yourself again. Correct?
I agree. I mean,
But
it's always,
as a kid, right? Let's jump back to Q. Let's take out the rankings. All that. Let's say, yeah, I'm ranked number 12. But would you rather play in front of 3,000 people every night or 150 people? Just on the basketball sense. Maybe 200, 300 people at victory games on the regular. What as a kid, what would you rather be in front of? I tell my girls this all the time. Like what I consider our nationals, the point of going back and getting excitement is you stepping in front of 6,000 people. Then you got another nationals, you might be stepping in front of 200 or 300. Which one more eye catching? Just 6,000. You
and my thing is, are you prepared for that stage? You know what I'm saying? You got to get experience because once you get to college and pros, it's gonna be even more people. You know what I'm saying? How are you gonna perform with all them people in the stands? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna get nervous if you don't get practice at it?
Hey,
You know what
I
I'm
want
saying?
to play in front of people. This football, you got a helmet on. Basketball, you don't, man.
So I think to Tuma's point, the state of emergency is what, and this may not be a like you say, a popular conversation, but what are we doing to get them to stay? What type of product are we putting out that would make it be a decision? Like, man, I can't leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, some like you say, Q situation. You had to do it, I guess, right? Nobody knocking it. I don't think nobody was surprised he did. It was just like a matter of time. But what are we doing as a county to get to improve our product? Like PC Gridiron saying football down too, and that's our bread and butter. At least that's what that's what we kind of hang our hat on. But and shout out to TNJ, TNJ make it a little, but they can only be at one game, right?
Yeah.
So, but to your point with the alumni tournament, every game was a rivalry game, right? And how the schedule fell, and like you said, the things that made our brand of basketball so special, we don't have that now, and it's sad to watch, but we don't have that now. And I don't know if it's social media, I don't know if it's rankings, I don't know if it's strength of schedule, people trying to overanalyze how to set a schedule and who to play, but I do think it's a state of emergency as far as our product, which is making it easy. But I mean, to your point, I mean, with it, I think it's making it easier for kids to leave because we're not. What do we have that sets us apart from anybody else? Our tradition used to set us apart from people outside of the county. Our toughness, our tradition. We don't necessarily have that now. So what do we have? We can't compete with resources. We can't compete with money. So we got to have something that is unique. And what used to be is not anymore, by and large. So I think that I don't even know if it's hard to even I don't even know if it's like a real hard decision, I guess is what I'm saying, because what are we doing to make it enticing to stay? And that might not be, that might not be the most healthy conversation, but it's a factual type of deal, right? And I could be off on that, but
again, we reactive instead of proactive. Tumer made a great point about marketing. I can say it's probably 2 programs that try to market their kids. And I know McGriff does a great job. He has Blue Summers there. He try to put out videos. He have like a live with him. And Blicker does a great job putting out flyers and stats and stuff on his kids, and it's constant, but it's not constant throughout the whole entire county about marketing your program and kids. I mean, it doesn't have to be great. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have a great program, but if you constantly see it, then you will somewhat invest in to what's going to happen next. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie to you, we need to do a better job with our girls at Winter Haven, and that's one of the reasons why I got with you guys about trying to do different things on my end. You know what I'm saying? But we got to do better. Like all the way around, we got to do better.
I don't agree with what Vincent talking about. I don't know what he talking about. Y'all saw it?
put it back up.
These kids that are leaving that we talking about top talent kid, top level kids. What?
Shout out to Stephanie Jean, man. Shout out to my partner at the table. keeping everybody. They were scared of Stephanie, man. People were like, man, I gotta go back. I said, you gotta go deal with her. Don't deal with me. People did not want to come to that table, but
y'all do this.
Players are leaving because with the village are not supporting them, celebrating and making investment that's needed. Parents, players, and coaches. We pick apart in the state.
I don't agree with it.
I mean, it's not just about the games, but that's for a sports kid. That's pretty much all they see, right? That's I mean, it should be. That's in a perfect world. It should. All of that should be.
Who's
Should
not
be.
building? Okay, so who's not building a queue up? Who's not building what's the kid name?
Knox.
No,
Both of them got great support systems. You
that's
know
what I said. The kids that we're talking about. Now I don't know the kids that he's talking about as far as leaving, but the kids we're talking about are leaving the county. I mean, outside of the one kid that just left Discovery, I closed the screen on that. These are our elite players. They're not making a jump because of these situations.
If we take Q out of it, which obviously I think Q's situation is different, right?
That's not a bad question he's saying. That's a big answer.
Yeah. I think Q's situation is kind of different, but if you take him out, his is with the rest that are leaving, I think that they're leaving for better opportunity. But and you can't knock them if they think that's best for them. We wish them well. Selfishly, we want them to stay here in the county. But like you said, PG, we got to figure out, okay, what are we doing to keep them at some point? Like Coach Kelly said earlier, is it wrong for coaches to have to recruit their own players? That's the reality now. That's the state that we're in, that you gotta recruit your players. And you might have a kid on Friday, and on Monday you get a thing to sign off on his grades. It's just that fluid. So
we can't be doing everything wrong either, too. Like, so I don't be the devil and be like, oh, blame the county and the players, because you got kids coming in.
Right.
I'm speaking one way, but then again, you can put a hammer and wake me up and say, yo, we got the Tampa kid that came in. You got transfer kids that came in from out of the county.
Yeah.
You got the kid from that just left Discovery. He wasn't Polk County, was he?
That just left Polk County. What you mean?
The kid that just left Discovery. The point guard. He wasn't Polk County. He was at Wekiva before he got over here, right?
Oh yeah. Livingston just went to school. Yeah. He came from out of the county. Yeah.
So I mean,
I think we have a good product. That's why I say Q kind of his situation kind of skews it a little bit, because I mean that ain't gonna happen a lot. You know what I'm saying? So if we take Q out, I think we getting just as many as we losing, probably more so. But I just think that I feel, to your point, PG, like I think we're losing something. And the whole thing with us is support the kids. Pull up on the kids and be in the gym. They need to see you, and they need to feel the energy that you being there will provide. And we just somewhere along the line we lost that. But I think a big deal is the rivalry game. Like, you go to see the rivalry games, and now they don't happen. If we can get back to that, which I don't know what strength of schedule and this whole ranking stuff, if we'll ever get back to that, but I think that's how we get back to getting people in the gyms, if we are playing rivalry. I mean, I think that will create the
question for y'all, man.
Right, you must be Coach Cousin, because y'all be on them coaches. Well, y'all tough on them coaches. Go ahead, PG.
Do this new era of kids even understand the rivalry?
I don't think so, because I don't think the rivalries are there in Little League anymore. Little League is so watered down because it's so.
I'm talking this sports spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even understand the rivalries no more, bro.
Like I said, I went to the Crying Tower for football on Thursday, and I was talking to Lawson, the principal at Bartow. He's not from here, but I was just telling him about Bartow Lake Wells, brother. Hatred between Bartow and Lake Wells, once we got between them lines on that court in that field, was real. You know what I'm saying? Like, we circle that game like every year. You know what I'm saying? It was like, we knew everybody was gonna be there. We knew it was gonna be a straight out war every time we lined it up. You know what I'm saying? Just think about in the 2000s, that Lake Wells Kathleen rivalry. You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't even get in the gym if you didn't get your ticket early. And then if you did get a ticket outside, you was gonna pay $50 for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't see those rivalries like anymore, like nowhere.
That's a good point.
Are they not being educated on the rivalries? Like, just what is missing outside of the coaches? Not like, you know what I'm saying, with the strength of schedule situation. Like, are they not being educated on the rivalries? What is it? Social media watered down? I don't know. I'm asking so we can get an answer to that. That's when it's supposed to be better, when you're friends. And also, I think that's what that was so exciting about Polk County to me since I've been here is the family culture in sports like basketball. It's such a family culture outside. Look at the alumni thing. On the court, everybody hated each other. Off the court, you can walk around there and see everybody talking, taking pictures, just having fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got some of the guys played together on the same AU team when we started when Bernie started Each One Teach One, all those guys, like, so you can't say that the friendly part of it is something missing within the school, within the culture around the community. I don't know what's missing. Like, you know, me and Mike, most of my friends I talk to now is from Eustis, and that was the love-hate with that. You talking about Lake Wells, Bartow, you talking about like pure hate. Like, remember when Wesley got on him? But off of that, that's who I talk to on. I talk to those guys like in the norm. You know, it's just that's what it's supposed to be, a family culture. But it's like when you step on the court.
But when you line it up, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no friends when we line it up.
Something's missing on the education of it to the kids, to the students, to the population. You know what I'm saying? And I know it ain't. I can't say it's statewide because we don't know. I mean, we don't go to just, let's go to this game to see how this rivalry is now.
Is it something to the fact that I guess a couple people in the chat, CPC Gridiron said it, and Frank, and I think Coach Fitz said it. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. The chat jumping tonight. Is it watered down? Newt Hogan. Hagen, I'm sorry. Is it too many schools? Like, cause that's I know in Lakeland, you know, it's a lot of it's many more schools now than it was then. Like, you got Jenkins and Tenor Rock. Back in the day, it was just Lakeland, Kathleen, Lake Gibson. So now you got Tenor Rock, you got Jenkins, you got Santa Fe, you got Victory, so you got Lakeland Christian, you got more schools.
But you had those schools, in the 2000s. You had Jenkins, and you still had to get a ticket early to Lake Wells, Kathleen. Like, you still had those schools. I mean, I'm gonna ask him. I don't got the answer to that.
Frank, that is, you know, I'm gonna co-sign you on that one. They don't even post their stats on Matt's Press. Ask me how I know. But I know that's my soapbox, and I'm gonna jump off of it. But it just, and I guess Coach Fitz was saying, shout out to Coach Fitz tapping in tonight, that it's not a rivalry if it's not competitive. If one team can't compete, and some people, that's why they won't play. If they don't feel like they got a squad, they won't play somebody. Like, and you know, back in the day, you played regardless of what you had, whether you gonna give one or you gonna take one. You played. You played home and away. You knew that, right? And if it wasn't my year, it just wasn't my year. But I wasn't gonna not play you because it wasn't my year. I mean, but now it just seems like it's a lot of variables. And Frank, I mean, the coaches do have to make the schedules. It's not like Hillsborough County where they the AD make their schedule and just say, here it is, who you playing. This who you playing. That's not the case in Polk County. But I don't know. Is it time? And I know the Polk County coaches gonna throw something at the screen, but is it time for the Polk County AD, one person, to make the schedule to make sure you play in a rivalry game? Will that ever happen in Polk County? Is that the answer?
No, that won't happen.
Is it that principles? Do we not have any sports principles no more? That they're so caught up into.
I think we have less. I think we have less.
So they're so caught up in the test score that they don't give the school that energy to be excited about the sports, win or lose. Because it was years. I mean, since I've been here, it was years, plenty of years. Kathleen was sorry, but Lakeland Kathleen football game stayed packed. Yep. Is it scheduling? Is it bad that coaches will put aside a rivalry game on a Monday compared to on a Friday night?
That's a great point.
I just think a rivalry game is a rivalry based off of not necessarily how, like you're saying, Lakeland Kathleen football is a perfect example. We know that game that's been one-sided for years, unfortunately, as a Kathleen alumni for years, but they don't say we ain't gonna play you. They play. That's tradition. They're gonna play regardless of what it looks like. And like you say, people gonna show up. So if Kathleen can play the Mighty Dreadnoughts every year in football, knowing how things are probably gonna end up and have ended up, unfortunately, what we talking about? It's like at some point, I think the rivalry.
What you say? Hold on, sorry, man. Man, Kathleen football with grade A sanitation.
It's hopefully Coach Kelly, man, can get
like it. Man, one game is not going to prevent you from making the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't play home and away, one game is not going to prevent that.
See?
And then
you're a diehard sports guy, man. You don't even
die hard.
Don't put you in no high school, boy. Be in trouble.
Everybody get fired.
And so I agree that might have some, it was a lot more sports principles back in the day because back in the day you could be
but you know what though, Barnes?
Be an admin and get a principal job. Now you're not an instructional leader. You're not getting a principal job, and instructional leaders don't care nothing about sports. They just care about, like you say, fast scores. That's all they care about. So that may have something to do with it as well, though, right?
Now you say that, it was a lot of former coaches that were principals back then.
Exactly. And now that doesn't happen now because if you're not on the instructional side, you're not getting a principal job. So there's not as many sports principals because the route of the principal back in the day was you coached, you was an APA. I know I'm dating myself, but you took care of admin. You didn't do the instructional curriculum side.
It's schools that don't even have pet rallies, right? It's schools that don't even be having pet rallies on Friday.
Bro, we didn't even have one this past year.
Oh my
God. Oh man. Okay, yeah. And that's maybe like social media, because people just live for highlight. They're not in the gym, going to the concession stand, getting the nachos and the the hot dog and just enjoying the atmosphere, the band in the gym. We had such a good product, man. We were the envy of a lot of people around the state, which is pretty much why the alumni tournament is like it is, because we've been able to recapture that, which is what other people don't have, other counties don't have, and now we've lost that. And so I don't think we're strong enough, just from a basketball or sports perspective, to not have that type of an edge to make us attractive. I don't know, and I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, but but it's and I get it. It's high stakes testing, and that's what's priority. And some stuff has to fall by the wayside. And unfortunately, it's been not just basketball, but that's what we primarily talk about. But even football. I mean, like somebody said something earlier that if like everybody goes to one school for football, what if that was like in basketball? But it used to be that way. A lot of people used to go to one school, Kathleen, for basketball, in Lakeland now, not necessarily in the county. But then Catalina was getting people from outside of Lakeland too. They was getting it was countywide who they was getting for basketball, and that doesn't happen anymore. You know, everybody not going to one school, and so it is a state of emergency, Coach. I mean, like I say, Q situation is, I think, different, but you know, the other guys that's leaving, they're leaving for what they think, and I hope it works out for them. You know, we hate to see them leave, but we want them to, you know, be great where they end up at. But then you got a situation where, I mean, Victory lost Q, which is a generational talent, but Victory just brought in they bring one in from across the border, like, and Coach, he tough. They got a Canadian come in. If y'all ain't, you know, if you ain't saw it or heard about it, they got a kid, a 2027 kid, 6'5", what's his name, TJ, and I know I'm gonna say his last name wrong first time. Obedi, something like that. I don't know, but he is official. So, and then Victory picked up Fuller from Temple Prep. So they not gonna be chopped liver, Coach. And I think they are probably the top team in the county right now on paper. And I don't think
probably.
I don't. And then they bring it back the two big kids. Thought be back this year, and the Eric kids. So they bringing in four quality guys that didn't play last year. So it's not an emergency in Victory, even with Q leaving. I mean,
21 points covered.
So easy. Like, and they could probably be better defensively. I mean, because Fuller led his team in scoring in Tampa. This kid from Canada is a whole situation, the whole problem. And now you got 6'8" and 6'10" inside. So they definitely not.
No. With them and Santa Fe, their region is favorable to them. It's just what they're gonna do once they get to the White House. You know, who they match up with, I think is very important. I still think they have enough to get there. I think Victory had enough anyway. They were still gonna make the White House with Q leaving. You know what I'm saying? But you know, do you make the championship game again? Do you have enough to beat Sagemont? Because we know Sagemont is gonna be, you know, there again. And then we talk about
the best player. You heard that, Coach?
They did.
Best player. Yeah, that's what we got.
I bet you they have one come in before the further trial.
Yeah,
so.
They'll have three more come in, just like Victor just did. That's Broward County, ain't it?
Yes.
All right, we ain't next.
So we're not. That don't mean nothing. That's what you're saying.
Mm-mm.
It all starts with the county, the advertised games, bill, bitch, moon kid, the franchise. But you know, money. I think Coach Sharp, the money talks, because that's Texas. They spend money in Texas now. They
need to have that conversation with Texas. You know what I'm saying? Just with the facilities alone, you know what I'm saying? The stuff that they building in Texas is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we supposed to be a football state, but we don't have the facilities that they have in Texas, Coach.
You don't read about Texas, 60-some million in the hole.
Cause we don't have the facility they got in Georgia. You saw what Buford did for that, a $62 million stadium for a high school. It's a $62 million facility they just opened up, and that's in Georgia. I mean, we can't compete with people when it comes to money, right? But it's like we got to be creative to do something different. I mean, but like you say, Victory got it figured out. But so we got Victory and we like Santa Fe, but then, you know, probably the next team after that would be you don't like. Nope. Which one you don't like? Santa Fe?
I don't like them.
You don't like either one of them? Okay.
You don't like them to make the Final Four?
No.
I still think they make it. Have you seen that region?
No.
Man, that region is grade A for sure.
I hope so, but I don't mean I like them.
But like I said, I think they'll be there. They'll be competing again. I'm not convinced they have enough to win it. You know what I'm saying? We'll see.
Hey, so we something hang up on the board.
We say that them two is in the conversation I mean, if we go look at
too.
Well, in the conversation, I mean, I'm not saying to at least. I mean, it's split decision, right? That they doing boxing, but it's debatable, right? Barto, we feel like could make a jump, but like you say, other people are loading up. I saw the other day where kid from Oak Ridge transferred to Edgewater, and Edgewater already looked real good. I watched them a couple times this summer. At the live and at over and whatever they was at Santa Fe, I guess they was at. But they wasn't bad with before they got the kid they got from Oak Ridge, and Lake Howard just picked up a pretty tough kid too. So do we feel like Bartow got it? I mean, if we looking at how we compare to the rest of the state, because that's kind of what we're doing.
I like Bartow to make it the next 2 years.
I don't.
Okay, let's talk about it.
I mean, Bartow still got to go to Orlando and beat them people. You know what I'm saying? Why don't they?
They might can be ranked higher when they have to come to Polk County. We gonna all depend on that. I can change my mind.
I don't see it.
They come to Polk County. They go to that gym in Bartow with McGriff.
I don't see it.
You don't think Bartow can go to Orange County and win a game in the playoffs?
That's hard.
They haven't. Who has?
I think they have to come to Polk County. I don't think they can win a game in Polk County and Bartow.
When the last time we've been over there and won a game in the playoffs?
See, you see the key word, been over there. When the last time they been over here and won a game? In the Bartow. I ain't talking about all that OCP stuff because that was illegal. OCP was illegal. We can't count that one.
Bro, what was it?
It's like putting the ISIS people on. One right. And one fell, man.
But I agree with you, Tumer. You know what I'm saying? But that's gonna take them winning the games that they're 50-50 in. And we haven't been able to do that recently. Probably not since like Walt them left. You know what I'm saying? We haven't been able to win.
I like that. You don't think Bartow and I don't think Santa Fe. I like that, bro.
You know, Bartow is talented. Don't get me wrong. Bartow is talented. But it's on McGriff to maximize that. I think he has too many kids, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? You only can play 5 at a time. And usually, you want 4 or 5 to come off your bench. I think he like 12, 13 deep. You know what I'm saying? He tries to play all of them. I think he's going to have to.
That's a summer play, BD. You would do
that. No. Have you watched McGriff during the season? McGriff still play a lot of people, bro. McGriff still plays a lot of people.
His style of play, though, he got to play that many, right? Or no?
Understood, but I think some of those times he's going to have to restrict. I think some people time are going to have to decrease and some of them going to have to increase.
It depends on how well they defend, man. If they can get in there and defend for 30 seconds to a minute, you got to keep them in there, bro. You want to if you're going to play the style that he playing that Lake Wells type of style, bro. Full court pickup.
That, bro. I've done it. I'm just speaking from my perspective. I think it's some kids that should play more, especially when they're out there producing. But I think he has a routine where he's cycling them in and out. I think sometimes it's too much. It's just my opinion on it. I think he's cycling in and out sometimes too much, especially when one is on a run. Leave him in there.
I think the big boy got to play more.
That's my gripe right now. He has to. You know what I'm saying? In order for them to make it to that next level, I think he has to.
I like Bartow, though. I like Bartow to make it. I think Bartow, if Bartow gets that home game. So let me say, if Bartow plays at home, I like them. If it's going to Orlando, yeah, definitely a question mark. I don't like Santa Fe. I like Victor.
Understood. Like I
think
said,
Santa Fe can
I
get
see
upset.
Bartow
I don't
leading
see
the
the
corner.
scoring. I don't see the scoring. Do Santa Fe got? I just don't see the scoring. I don't see the 30, now the 40, the 42 to 48 points. Where that's gonna come from with
I
them?
think he,
Like,
I think
I
he
don't
has
think they
enough
have a.
for that region. For that region, I think he has enough to get to the Final Four.
I think he got to get about 17, 18 apiece out of Toby and Shannon, and then he can sprinkle in them other guys, which I think he can get that out of both of them. I think he can get 17, 18 a game out of both of them.
Now Bartow, bro, they not only do they have Edgewood in that region, Evans is in that region. You know what I'm saying? I think
Lake Howard
Bartow,
too, right? Is Lake Howard in the region? They just picked up
No,
a four-star kid too, didn't they?
Lake Howard with Discovery.
No, Lake
Oh,
Howard.
Lake Howard. That was
Lake
Lake
Howard,
Howard.
Lake
Yeah.
Howard, not Lake Howard, Lake
I just
Howard.
think their path is a little bit tougher. And like you said, it's important if they can get the number one seed, I think that's to their advantage. But if they don't, they have to go over there, Tumer. And the MO from Bartow, they have been talented and good, but they have been losing those big games against those big opponents. They haven't been able to win that game. You know what I'm saying? The games that they have been able to win mostly been in the mosaic when they're at home. They can beat big teams. They can beat really good teams at home. But when McGriff, he's going to go out of state. He's going to get on the road. He's going to play that top level talent. I don't think he has consistently over the past few years beat those big teams.
So my question, all right, so I feel like that Link is going to be important for them, right? Because the other teams got size, like Edgewater, like how Evans, all those people have size. So the size that Bartow has is with Link, so he's going to have to develop. But I personally think that Bartow goes as far as the Rattery kid goes. How good he is will be how good Bartow is. But we had a clip, that PG shared with us the other day about point guards, about PGs, and Patino essentially saying that point guards are a thing of the past, right? They're non-existent. If you don't have a good PG, and I know we've talked about good guard play getting being the great equalizer. So he kind of shot that in the ground. If you don't have good guard play, I don't know about that one. Can you win without great guard play, especially like league? Who gonna get you in the offense? Who gonna make sure people where they're supposed to be? I mean, I don't know.
Great guard play.
You can't win. Even if they're not a scoring PG, they still got to take care of the basketball. They still got to get people in place. You know what I'm saying? That's just as important as them scoring. You know what I'm saying? You can't be a point guard and be turning the ball over.
And so is that what has hurt Bartow, not having good guard play?
I think they have guards.
I think good guard play.
Yes, in the past, yes. And McGriff would tell you that. You know what I'm saying? I think they're a little bit more experienced in season now, and hopefully they're ready to prove that on the court. But over the past couple of years, that's probably been one of his weaker things. Because my thing is they're deep and they play hard. That Crosley kid can shoot it from anywhere. You know what I'm saying? But when you're not shooting it, then what? You know what I'm saying? Like they got to take care of the basketball for sure.
And so you got Victory that gonna have really good guard play.
Mm-hmm.
They got multiple guards. You got Santa Fe that has great guard play with Toby. I just think Bartow has it, and Rashad. I don't know about other people, but we talked plenty about Wallace, about Jameer, and how good he is, and how his development will also And sometimes we forget. I mean, the Rhetoric kid, Wallace, and Link
They
just
young.
going to 10th grade. Coach, they were freshmen last year, right? So they got 3 more years. So
The Link kids only in 10th grade.
Yeah,
yeah,
he was.
they all three 2028 kids, Coach. They all three going to 10th grade. So it's not like they young, you know. So Crosby the only one, him and Cotton are the only seniors. Everybody else on that team will be back next year. So
I like
sometimes
Bartow next year for sure, but this year I think it's still.
you think they're a year away.
I think they're a year away.
Okay, that's fair. And then you know, any
But
other
I still got them in the regional finals, though, Coach. You know what I'm saying? And I'm rooting for them. I hope they can find a way to win. But I still think right now, if I had to choose, they will have to go to Orlando for that.
Can Bartow, not Bartow, can so we got those three. Anybody else? Can Arbondale push through 5A?
They got Leesburg and Jones, right?
Leesburg and Jones. They got three guards, 3 seniors, and then they got the junior kid, the Snead kid that I personally like. That he got a pretty good PG over there too. So they got some.
I would like to see Arbondale make it. I would love to see that, man.
I would too.
Yeah, I mean they played great this summer. They competed this summer. I'm rooting for Arbondale. So whether we say no or not, yeah, I like Arbondale to make history after 60 years.
I like Arbondale. I really like Arbondale. What I saw of them, you know, at the live period competing against other people.
I do like PJ.
Leesburg gonna be good again, man. They got them guards.
Are good again. I talked to Campbell, and they are. It's mostly like wings and like forwards. I think their weakness right now is
they had the 2 guards back.
No, they were wings.
I really think that
again, wings for Polk County is they guards and
they guards. Yeah,
they guards. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. that's what we play small ball.
For sure. But they're gonna be tough again. You know what I'm saying?
I think Arbondale would have to. They one of the teams I think have to be home. I don't know if they going into Leesburg, like you said, where they shut the whole county down. That'll be a tough one. But into Jones, but we can get them if they can get them in Arbondale. I think they got a really good shot.
But my thing is, let's not look forward to Leesburg. I think for Arbondale is one game, one situation at a time. Don't look forward to that. And I think, you know, that has happened in the past. I just want them to take it one game, one situation at a time. When they get to Leesburg, then focus on them.
Hey, Billy D.
Yeah.
You know, I just jump everywhere, right? That would make this man Luca look fast.
He lost weight. He done got in shape.
It just dropped 47. Luca looked different out there.
Yeah, he got in shape.
Conversation for Barnes, but Luca looked different out there, boy.
What you talking about for bar? You know, I play fantasy ball. That's better for me. I can put him on my squad. Luca paying for that contract, man. Luca playing for that.
You better, your first pick better be Luca, bro. I can see Luca averaging about 35 this year, easy.
Oh boy,
you know what? I haven't made the schedule for the shootout yet. Let's line Leesburg and Arbondale up. Give them a preview.
Talk about it, Coach. You got it right now.
Let's line them up. I'll line them up and give them a preview.
Give them a preview where they at and what they and I just what you said?
I said I gotta send this to Will Cox, man.
Okay. Yeah, I like after them. We might be top here because I don't know if that's the state. I think we got a clear 4 teams with Santa Fe, Victory, Bartow, Arbondale. I think after that, which kind of a little gap. You know, Discovery lost the big Ziegler kid. That's gonna hurt. I don't know who the 5th team would be if we had to do a top 5 right now. You know, starting to work on the magazine, y'all. You know,
do the
magazine. Yes, sir.
Discovery wasn't beating the Villages anyway, so they ain't.
Yes, sir. I
Yeah, they're not gonna beat them this year either.
it's tough. It's tough over there, Lake Alpha. It's tough in them. It's tough on what is it, Greenhouse Road. That's Alcatraz. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough in them streets, man.
Yeah, and we'll get a preview of the villages too.
Yeah, the village is gonna come over and hang out with us a little bit. So, go tell the people about what's going on the six, man. Just the shootout part of it. I guess you could talk about the coaching clinic too, but the shootout part of it. So, as we talking about trying to see where we at as a county, y'all gonna get a real early preview as soon as September 6th with where we at with a couple of teams we talking about right now.
All right, so shout out to Polk and our team. Like I said, we're trying to get a county what they want. They want a clinic, so therefore we putting together a coaching clinic. Right now we have locked in Coach Darner, D2 national champion. We got Coach Jesse from the University of Tampa. Both of them are from the University of Tampa. One the boys coach, one the girls coach. The girls coach has won like 6 conference titles in a row. And like I said, we know what Coach Darner has done as a coach and definitely at Florida Southern. We also have Florida Southern boys coach that are coming in. I'm waiting on 1 or 2 more commitments as far as the coaching clinic. Like I said, you can't beat the championship experience that we have coming in also. To share. Say again?
You don't have Coach Gibbons?
No, not this year. My focus is next year to bring Coach Gibbons as a headliner. So that's what we have going on for the coaching clinic. I think it's gonna be really good. We're gonna have players on the court. We'll have lunch at the end of that. When it comes to the shootout, we have from Polk County, we got Arbondale, we got Victory, we got Santa Fe. All of the teams that we just talked about, that are in our top heavy from the county. And we got them lining up against Gibbs, state champion from 2 years ago, state runner-up from last year. We have Leesburg. Their coach has been, as well as Murph, been Dairy Farmers Coach of the Year. Leesburg was in the Final Four last year. And we have the Villages, which is a state runner-up from last year. And they was right there with Calvary Christian. Should have beat them. They should have beat them. And they're going to be loaded again this year. And like I said, I'll probably make the schedule sometime this week so we can go ahead and release it to the coaches and to those programs and to the rest of the county. But it's going to be some great basketball that's being played after the coaching clinic. And I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, we just talked about Arbondale and Leesburg. You know what I'm saying? Why not line them up? You know what I'm saying? See where you at. See what you got to work on.
See where you at, man. See where you at.
But it's gonna be some good matchups, coach, and some great basketball. Like I said, we can get eyes on the Canadian kid, see what he got going on. I'm really looking forward to seeing him in person. I want to see if the big kid from Victory is ready yet. The young kid. You know what I'm saying? So
Marlon, man, you ain't ready to run up and down that court too much. Can you real fast?
You gotta. Hey, I'm very interested to see Victory with all those new. They brought in 4. They bringing in 4 people in addition to what they had last year. You gotta. It's gonna be interesting to see how Coach Fitz. They got some good problems, but boy, just giving everybody minutes and keeping everybody happy. That's gonna be a challenge. But I guess if anybody can do it, Fitz can. But they got a lot of pieces over there right now.
But I think what we're doing is going to be beneficial for the county. Coaches, please lock in. You can go ahead and sign up on polkhoops.com like right now. It's going to be a lot of knowledge spilled out. And I'm hoping it's going to just take away one thing. That's what Coach Jim Moss used to tell me when I first started coaching. When you go to a clinic, if you take away one thing to make your program better, and you won. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. As far as the shootout goes, we plan on like lining it up, and it's going to be a great day of basketball. I think we're going to pull out the shot clocks so we can get, experience on the shot clocks too. You know what I'm saying? Because that day is coming, Coach.
That day is coming. Yes, sir. So we got the shootout coming, the clinic coming in September. We got the magazine will be back this year. We come bringing that back, and so we working on it. just to continue to provide something that nobody else does. Nobody else does what we do, and at the end of the day, end of the day, man, that's what makes us who we are. That's why we are authentic, man, and we're not cocky arrogant with it when we say we the number one source. We are, and because we keep it, about the county and the kids. And speaking of the kids, man, when we jump off tomorrow, the first day of school, man, y'all make sure kids, y'all send us them first day outfits, man, so we can put you on the page. We know they already on the bed, creased up. They sleeping on one side of the bed and you on the other side of the bed. You know how it is that night, that night before the first day, because you first impressions, no matter what they done heard about you, this every first day is a new chance to reinvent yourself, right? So y'all let us celebrate you on the page, man. Y'all send it so we can shout you out if you want to, But I know last year a couple of guys did send their stuff, so we always want to celebrate all of the culture of Polk County as it relates to sports. Because you know what Dion said, if you look good, you feel good, right?
Facts.
We know a lot of y'all gonna be putting a lot into trying to look good tomorrow, so make sure you start off the right way on the people classes, man. Don't sit at the front of the class. Don't be no clown, because we want to make sure that you're available, coach, right, the whole time. Don't let your people down by not doing what you're supposed to do in the classroom. So anywho, that's all. As we start, what's one thing y'all got before we take off that you're taking into 25, 26?
For me, myself, is not to worry about things I can't control. You know what I'm saying? I just focus in on the things that I do well, try to improve on the things that I don't, and just be the best version of myself.
Peace.
Peace. Peace in the wind. I just want us to continue to just raise the level of how we are able to impact the county and be a resource, be a voice, and just continue to just do good stuff, man. It's just so, for me, I can't speak for but I'm sure I can speak for y'all, man. Just this has become more of just a Poku. It's become like a family, man. It's become like an experience, and just us being able to provide a platform, a common love, like PG said, people love basketball, and from basketball, you reunited friendships and created new friendships, and it's just good energy and good vibes, and we just want to continue to raise the bar. And I know we got a lot of tags this week with Orlando. The invitation is the biggest form of flattery, so now we got Orange County is gonna do the alumni tournament thing next year, which is great. Great for the county.
That ain't concrete.
That just sound good.
I mean, they trying.
But you gotta have the sauce, though, right? PG, from just events. Period.
I say it's like putting together a tournament it's just not a flyer in people's face, man. What we built off of years of having a brand. You know what I'm saying? So, right. I mean, to me, it's a good thing. I mean, my little cousin Bradley even talking about doing one in Lake County. So I mean, it could be a good thing. I mean, it's a lot of history of basketball amongst all of them. So
right,
just great that we started a trend. You know what I'm saying? It's like what what's the page that be giving flowers to all the top players in Florida on IG?
I can't think of it. I know you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a dope platform that he has.
Yes,
it's gonna be people go behind him and maybe even do football or something like that. You just always great that you can look back and see you started something, and see others follow behind it. To see what we're doing. I think it's a good thing, but I think it's not as easy as seeing what the work that we put in, and it's just gonna happen overnight.
You see the finished product.
Like our platform helped fuel that, and what do they have to build that up? going into it.
Exactly. That's the hardest thing, even back home. Like I tell Brad, like I could help as much as I can, but I don't 20, 30 years away from that you know what I'm saying? So I couldn't even tell you the kids that could play basketball now. There. I'm here. You
Right.
know.
And
There's
that's a
always
good point.
you can see success one place and try it somewhere else. And another good thing we had, bro, we had history because the T-Mac tournament used to be such a success. So that those years, folks in this county love basketball, bro. Basketball just been it's those years of players. That's why it's great that we've got younger and we can continue to push it. But those early years, those 2000 and all that basketball it's a love for it from around here. Since I've been around.
It's a love for it. And to y'all point about the platform, because this is every day, right? We're every week. We live on here every week. We on the page daily, it's year round. Kids playing when they in season, when they in the summertime. So it's a lot more to it than that. And I agree with you on that, PG. It's a lot more that, and hopefully I hope it worked for him, obviously. And Kevin, I mean, we have no problem with that's what we'll line ours up if our top four good with it. We can do our tournament, they do theirs, and then we can do a Polk versus Orange. I mean, just make it as big as possible.
As much as I would love to see that, I don't think that'll work for us.
No.
You don't think it'll work?
No. Like when you got the time to do that, bro? That's like a whole weekend.
If they not coming over that day
so it sounds good on paper, but logistically it probably wouldn't be the best thing.
I wouldn't even want to put that energy on us, bro. Like 2 weekends of trying to put that type of stuff together.
Yeah.
You see the challenge with 1 weekend?
Fact. Yeah. So we got people coming from as far as California.
Yeah. I love what we do with Polk hoops basketball, bro. We start doing that. As much as it sounds good, you gotta worry about a venue.
So you gotta unique.
You talking about a whole nother 4 game? You talking about a whole nother day? You still spending out thousands of dollars, man.
Good point.
It might not even be what people want to see.
And then even if they did come over, like the Sunday, we talking about a team from us and play like 3 games, maybe 4 or 5 games, and then they come in and play one. I don't think it'll line up well.
An all-star game could be better than saying 4 and 4. It just don't.
So
that's a lot to put on a bunch of alumni guys that don't play every day.
That makes sense. So maybe it could be like a Polk All-Star, Orange County All-Star. But I mean that's
the hard. That's still a challenge, but that's the only thing I could see. Like that's a challenge.
Yeah, because like I said, we got people coming from as far as California. And you talking about the people that are still playing, they could be overseas somewhere. I see Perry just signed. Brandon Robinson is going to be overseas. Neat Jones, Bacon, all of them going to be in China. Like, who's to say that they're going to be available?
Yeah. Like, them guys are excited about our weekend.
What we do. And that's what makes us unique. It's our thing within the county.
Even now, we have the date for next year. You know what I'm saying? We could release that right now if we wanted to, and people playing around it. It'd be tougher, you know what I'm saying, for another weekend.
Yeah. I'm not excited about that. I mean, I love the hype of talking about it, but
I'm excited. We're excited about what we've been, continue to grow what we've done.
Yeah, I ain't finna go there for it. So I'm sure they wouldn't want to come over here like
sound good, but in reality, it probably not the best situation. So we got something good. We just continue to
hype it up,
and we hope it work out.
Chat GPT or something.
Sound good. You can hypothesize it, huh?
What?
On paper, what it would look like on paper, not necessarily in action. So yeah, we got something special with the alumni, as the old folks say, the alumni. So we want to keep it there. But I mean, shout out to them, man. Like you said, if they can pull it off, I mean, obviously that'll probably be great for them. But it will be a challenge. I didn't even think about it to that point, that the platform and the consistency of what we have. Sometimes you just be doing stuff and you don't realize what stuff is kind of come from and how long you've been. Like I was doing today when I was setting this up. I'm like, dang, this is the sixth time we've done this. Like we got like some stability. Like that's crazy. A lot of folks fizzle out after a little while. So you get to doing stuff and you don't really appreciate it sometimes like you probably should. So you take a step back and look at it. But yeah, we kind of got something in Lake County. Hopefully they can pull it off. Orange County, I'm for anybody pulling it off. But I think
I even try to pull up if I can.
yeah, that'd be a good thing if they can do it. So hopefully they can. But like you say, it's more than just putting a fly out and putting teams on there. So it's a lot that goes into it. So hopefully they understand that and they can make it happen. So all right, man. Well, that's all we got tonight, man. Once again, great conversation as always. Thank y'all for tapping in with us, man. First day tomorrow, 25-26 school year. They are getting off the bus. They getting out the car. They walking up. They driving up, they skipping up, whatever, however they coming. So y'all make sure y'all start off strong, man, and have a great. And football is back this week, right? Lakeland got a big game Saturday. They the highlight, right? Lakeland plays Miami Northwestern, neutral site. That's gonna be interesting without Teddy Bridgewater since he signed with the Bucks. So that game, we won't talk about nobody else, and we'll jump off. How y'all feel? What you think about Lakeland Northwestern?
I don't know enough of what Lakeland even has, bro. Like, it's the quietest I've heard, like, a Lakeland team. Like, I don't know what they have in my. Do Lakeland have cornerbacks? That's all I like. Do they have corners? Because every highlight I watch, them boys down there.
It's an L show.
They got a nickname for them guys. I forgot on one of them on one of those Instagram things of them. Like they some. I can't think of the nickname, but man, they got about 7 of them.
Yeah, they got 7 of them. They got a fleet. So it's gonna definitely be a challenge. What you think, Coach? Put your football hat on before we sign off.
Man, let's knock them off. Though.
You know, I miss it, Coach, but I do not miss going out there in that sun, for sure. But I think to counter what they do down south is Lakeland gonna run the ball, and I think they stick true to who they are, playing great defense and running the ball at a neutral site. You don't have to go in a hostile environment. I like Lakeland.
The question is how serious does Northwestern defensively take the game? You get what I'm saying? Because Lakeland got a new quarterback. We don't know nothing. This honestly the first year in how long, bro, that we don't know anything about Lakeland.
Not a lot, and they got a lot of transfers in, especially like on the offensive line. So I'm curious on
And they just got it. They got him after it. I mean, I just don't hear people talking about. Not saying Lakeland ain't good or not going to be great, but in past years, bro, around this time, you had star players. Lakeland don't have a star like the Carmani's transfer though. They like who's the star other than the kid that's there? But he play a defensive position, D-line that just ain't.
Look, young running back is tough.
He's not playing the skill position.
The Dobie kid is tough for sure.
But he's not the power 5.
He will be.
He already committed to Sacramento State.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna stick.
Oh, you think that's just cap?
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna stick. That kid tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good challenge for him, and I know T and J going. So shout out to T and J, man. They're going on the road. So
I see T.
Some of us can check it out. Yeah, some of us can check it out. T and J save a lot of folks. So
I don't know, bro. I mean, I just want Lakeland to beat them. I want Lakeland to knock that trash off, bro. I hate Miami and Broward. Like I got great friends down there that have built history, but I hate because they so cocky and arrogant. You know how much my phone blow up?
What
about them? Like, man, knock that trash off, man.
Knock them off. So, Coach Hen, y'all on the clock. You and Frazier, y'all on the clock, man. Y'all rep the counter on Saturday. Shout out to Coach Hen and Coach Frazier, man, and all the football coaches, man. Coach Kelly and we got what the coach name? It's a lot of new coaches around the counter too, man, and for football. So good luck to everybody this week, man. Best time of the year, man. Football season and basketball season, and school is back. So y'all be great this week, man, and we appreciate y'all rocking with us, taking the time this evening. Till next time, no Polk Hoops. We out, man. Y'all have a great week, man.